The strangest secrets of human behavior are hidden in plain sight. Things you've seen 1,000 times but never really noticed. Psychology is full of bizarre facts that don't just explain us. They expose us. And once you hear them, you'll never look at people the same way again. Here's the first one. Humans are terrible at multitasking. We like to think we can juggle 5 things at once, but in reality, your brain is just switching rapidly between tasks. And every switch costs energy and focus. That's why manipulators love distractions. They know the more scattered you are, the easier it is to slip ideas into your mind without resistance. Creepy, right? But wait, it gets darker. Did you know women are statistically better at decoding microexpressions than men? That's not just a random quirk. It means in high-stakes social situations, women often catch lies faster, even when they can't explain how. It's intuition rooted in biology and reinforced by social survival. If you've ever felt like she just knew something was off, she probably did. Here's another unsettling truth. When people are ignored, the brain reacts the same way it does to physical pain. That's why silent treatments, ghosting, or being excluded feel so brutal. They actually hurt. Neuroscience shows that rejection lights up the same brain regions as a burn or a cut. That's why manipulators use withdrawal as a weapon. It's invisible but devastating. And here's where it gets even more twisted. Your brain can trick you into liking someone who mistreats you. Ever heard of intermittent reinforcement? It's when kindness and cruelty are mixed unpredictably, just like in a casino. One moment affection, the next moment punishment. Your dopamine system gets hooked, waiting for the next hit of approval. That's not love. It's psychology hijacking your survival circuits. But wait, there's more. Humans mirror each other without realizing it. You cross your arms. I cross mine. You lean in. I lean in. Feels like connection, but it's pure reflex. Skilled manipulators copy this deliberately, and suddenly you feel like you click with them. Ever wondered why some people seem magnetic the second you meet them? It's often just a well-deployed psychological trick. And here's one that will blow your mind. Memory is not a recording. Every time you recall an event, your brain edits, reshapes it, and sometimes even fabricates details. That's why eyewitness testimonies are so unreliable. Worse, it means if someone insists on a false version of events long enough, your brain can overwrite your own reality. Scary? Absolutely. But don't go anywhere, because the next set of facts is even more disturbing. From why people reveal their darkest secrets to strangers, to the strange reason compliments can be more manipulative than insults. Stick with me. What's coming next will change how you see everyone around you. Let's keep peeling the layers. Did you know people are more likely to reveal their secrets to strangers than to their closest friends? It sounds absurd, but it's because strangers feel safe. They have no history with you, no power to use it later. That's why confessions pour out in taxis, on airplanes, or even in anonymous forums. The paradox: the less someone knows you, the easier it is to see the real you. Now here's a darker one. Compliments can be more manipulative than insults. Think about it. An insult might sting, but you recognize it instantly. A compliment, however, disarms you. It lowers your guard. That's why narcissists often start with love bombing. Flattery isn't kindness, it's bait. And once you crave it, you're hooked. Another fact: women's voices change when they're speaking to someone they're attracted to. Studies show subtle shifts in tone and pitch. It's unconscious, but it's detectable. Imagine how many signals pass unnoticed in everyday life. This is why manipulators who study psychology or body language often feel one step ahead. They're listening for cues most people never hear. And this one is chilling. When people are told not to think about something, they obsess over it. The white bear effect. Tell your brain don't imagine a white bear, and that's all you see. Manipulators weaponize this by planting ideas they pretend to forbid. Ever had someone say, "I don't want to make you jealous, but..." and suddenly you can't stop picturing exactly what they implied. That's not an accident. Here's another reality bomb. Humans conform even when they know something is wrong. In experiments, people will knowingly give the wrong answer if everyone else does. Why? Because social rejection feels like death to the brain. That's how groups, cults, and toxic relationships hold power. They weaponize our fear of standing alone. And here's the final twist. You don't see the world as it is. You see it as you expect it to be. Perception is filtered through beliefs, fears, and desires. That's why two people can live the same event and walk away with completely different realities. It's also why manipulators target expectations. They don't just tell you lies. They reshape what you think is even possible. Now, imagine what happens when you combine all of these: mirroring, flattery, intermittent rewards, withdrawal, expectation loops. You don't just get manipulation, you get control. And the scariest part? Most of the time, the victim has no idea it's happening. But here's the empowering truth. Once you see these patterns, you can't unsee them. You start spotting the hidden hands behind words, gestures, even silences. And that awareness is your shield. So, if this video opened your eyes, don't stop here. Hit subscribe because we're just scratching the surface. Every week, we dive deeper into the tactics manipulators don't want you to know, so you can protect yourself and flip the script when it matters most. Because in the end, power belongs to the one who sees the game.